Good morning. It's 8 a.m. on this beautiful Friday, November 11th, 2016, and thanks for waking up with us here on Cardinal WX, the place for information you need to know to get your Friday morning started off the right way. Let's jump into the stories making headlines this morning. Want to find a relaxing weekend? Find out how to make this cool weather treat.
Pollution is a problem for one city in our world, claiming a very strong title.
And supermoon sounds suspenseful, right? We'll have the date of the next supermoon and where to find it.
A strange phenomena occurred this week in Siberia, snowballs of ice crystals. All this and more coming up. You're waking up with Cardinal Weather.
And good morning, happy Veterans Day, and welcome to Cardinal WX. Make sure to thank a veteran this morning for all their service and dedication to this country. My name's Tanner Holbrook, alongside Kaylee Pluchel, Nathan DeYoung, and Molly Coates. Guys, this weather, it's starting to get cold outside.
Yeah, for sure. It's getting very, very cold this morning. I had sweatpants on and a heavy jacket coming to the studio this morning, so
I know.
Very, very cold.
Yeah.
Very cold for sure.
All right, well, fall-like temperatures return back to the forecast this week for much of central Indiana. However, here at Cardinal WX, we found ourselves asking one very important question. When does sweater weather occur in Indiana? A new survey report out from the Weather Channel showed that average temperatures show each state must reach for sweater weather deemed appropriate at 60 degrees. Cardinal Weather took it into our own hands, and we worked on compiling a poll on our Twitter page to settle this debate. And this morning, here's what you, our audience, thought. Sweater weather begins in early October for 9% of our viewers, late October 43%, early November at 38%, and 10% for late November. Wow.
That's pretty interesting.
You know, I'm one of those people that's like September, get the sweaters out.
You know, I'm more of a early October, early November maybe kind of person. Once you start to get into that holiday spirit, pulling out the sweaters, the ugly Christmas sweaters,
Yes.
Now wait. Let's bring this back to reality. Late November is where it's at for this
Yes,
poll.
I
And I
agree
can
with
attest, that is where I voted.
I saw late November, only 9%.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
Disappointing.
Yeah, so you're in this very small majority there.
Yeah.
Minority, actually.
Yeah. So, well, thank you guys so much for voting. Now, here's a story for all of you who like stargazing. On November 14th, you may notice a little something different about the moon. It'll appear much bigger and brighter than normal, a phenomenon commonly called a supermoon. Scientists estimated that this could be the biggest moon that has appeared in 68 years. Supermoons occur when the moon is closest to the Earth, making it appear 14% bigger and 30% brighter. Make sure you catch it while you can. The moon will not appear like this again until the year 2030.
Well, a quarter of the state of California is now out of a drought after persistent rain hit the area in the month of October. Max Goldberg, the State Water Research Control Board, told NBC News that, quote, droughts are like recessions. Recovery from a recession doesn't happen overnight, and recovery from a drought doesn't happen overnight. Normal and slightly above normal moisture levels were observed by the drought monitor, while other parts remain dry and not in a drought. The rainfall in October is the highest percentage of rain the area has seen in 3 years.
In major news this past week, one Oklahoma city experienced a strong shake. A magnitude 5.0 earthquake struck the small city of Cushing. Kate Wisely, a reporter with KJRH NBC2, was deployed to cover this disaster in the heartland. Weather correspondent Kaylee Pluchel has the opportunity to sit with Wisely. Here's what she had.
The small, quiet town of Cushing, Oklahoma was not so quiet on the evening of Sunday, November 6th. A 5.0 magnitude earthquake struck about 2 miles west from Cushing. Katie Wisely, a reporter for KJRH in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and also a Westfield, Indiana native, witnessed the damage firsthand. Wisely said that you hear from the USGS about the severity of earthquakes, but you don't know until you get out there.
You know, you hear, the OSGS and, the numbers come down of, it's a 5.0. Well, for some people are like, well, what does that mean? I don't know what 5.0 means. I don't know what this entails. And so, you don't really, you may be tweeting about it and saying, oh, this is happening, or this is the rank, but you don't know until you get out there.
Wisely additionally discussed the damage that people are facing due to this earthquake. Although people in Oklahoma experienced this earthquake, it's not uncommon, says Wisely.
People, they're used to it, and they're saying, unfortunately, they're used to it because they continue to have to pay for, foundation, repairs on their houses. They have to, worry about, people who have farmland and do have water disposal wells. They're losing money, because the state's saying they have to be shut down. So there's a lot of, consequences when it comes to, earthquakes across the state.
And devastation did not stop the day after the earthquake.
You really have to be prepared to see all kinds of things. We went into the Red Cross and we talked to people who were displaced. And at this point, still today, the Red Cross is still there. It's been 4 days, and these people still can't get in their homes. They can't see what has been damaged. They can't see what they've lost.
Being prepared for natural disasters like earthquakes is important. For now, Cushing, Oklahoma continues to recover. For Cardinal Weather, I'm Kaylee Pluchel.
Just read.
It has almost been an entire week since the time fell back. However, many are experiencing the effects of daylight savings time still. Do you wake up with the case of daylight savings time jet lag? If so, you are not alone. According to the annual report of non-fatal occupational injuries and illness by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, a lack of passion and motivation on Monday mornings are common during the transition.
We are going to take a look at your local weather right now. Look at this. Clear conditions this morning as we wake up this morning in Cardinal WX. Just a few high clouds that are hanging out with us this morning. Live look over Ball State's campus, currently sitting at 43 degrees. Those winds nice and calm. A great start to the day if you're headed out to any of those Veterans Day activities. The dew point sitting at 39, so not making it feel too bad overall. Current temperatures all across the state of Indiana. We said 43 in Muncie, but that's a very common trend all across the state of Indiana. 46 in places like Indianapolis, 44 in Terre Haute at the top of the hour. In today's almanac, we will see a high of 53 today. We won't break any records by any means. That was set back in 1999 with a record high of 71 degrees. Over the low this morning already has hit 42 degrees, making it for a great Veterans Day. Let's break it down hour by hour for today. By the time we get to noon, expect a high of 49 degrees with the by 6 p.m. 53 with a north-northeast wind at 10 miles per hour. That's possible. For tomorrow, expect sunny skies with a high of 50 degrees. Winds will be out of the west at 4 miles per hour. And this will lead us into what's coming up in my full forecast in the next block. We're expecting some cold weather to return back to the forecast. We'll track out all those details, the quiet conditions that'll stick around, and that Colts forecast coming up.
Great, Nathan. We're looking forward to that. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Doesn't see race. Love is love.
So I've come up with the family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Back now at a look at your regional weather. A lot of the areas are around a high pressure system right now, so you don't see many rain chances around here. You see some freeze and frost warnings across the state, but pretty quiet as we move up towards Seattle. You do see a little bit of those rain chances across the Pacific coast, but again, right out here through Montana and Idaho, clear, beautiful skies. Moving down a little bit more southern towards California, you guys are also clear, maybe a few high level clouds, but again, out towards Utah and Arizona, you guys are also clear. Again, we are under a lot of high pressure systems right now, so very clear conditions for everyone across the United States right now. Moving up towards the Dakotas and Nebraska here, again, maybe a few high level clouds, maybe some fog out there for you guys, but again, it's going to be some beautiful, nice weather today for everyone across the United States. Moving down towards the deep south, you can see here southern parts of Texas have some rain chances, and here along the Gulf of Mexico, a few rain chances, and definitely some clouds here for Louisiana, and you could possibly see those rain showers move into your forecast for today, seeing a little bit more of those clouds moving into the Georgia and Alabama area. Right here in Indiana and the Midwest, again, a few high level clouds, but that sunrise this morning was very, very beautiful, and it's going to turn out to be another one of those great days. Again, Nathan mentioned those fall-like temperatures coming back into the forecast, and we will for sure see those out here, and luckily we're not getting any of these freeze or frost warnings here in the Midwest. Moving up more towards the northeast, we can see here a little bit change here. We can see some rain chances and some snow up here towards Maine, so definitely be aware of that here in New York and as well as Vermont and New Hampshire as those rain chances move through your area today. Now, national temperatures, you can see Minneapolis sitting at 40 degrees, Kansas City at 44, a little bit warmer down here, 54 degrees in Dallas, 27 degrees in Denver, and our warm spot here, Los Angeles at 66 degrees. But you can see most of the entire United States sitting under this high pressure, and it's pretty chilly for everyone out there this morning. Now, highs today will get a little bit warmer, but you can see here only in Cincinnati 53 degrees, Minneapolis, excuse me, only getting to 45, and again 75 in Los Angeles and 79 in Los Angeles as well. So definitely look at these high temperatures today. Not getting very warm for this time of year. Again, we are getting back into November, and we're getting back to those on average temperatures and those cooler temperatures for us here in the Midwest.
Yeah, it's Los Angeles looks like the place to be right now.
I know. I would rather be there than having my coat on this morning.
I know, right? Well, Kaylee, thank you for that weather update. All right, well, let's take a look at your news headlines for this morning. Some high school students in Colorado walked out of class on Wednesday protesting the election of Donald Trump. Students at a Boulder area high school left class with some of the students carrying anti-Trump signs, and meanwhile at Noel Community Art School near Denver, where 60% of the students are Hispanic, students told CBS 4 News that they are afraid that some of their family members may get deported. There was also an assembly for students to express their thoughts on the election. One of the Midwest's largest holiday shows is making its return to Indiana State's fairgrounds. The Christmas Gift and Hobby Show is back in its 67th year, and the show features over 350 exhibitors who sell fun holiday foods and decorations. The show will run from Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. and is open on Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Indianapolis Colts punter Pat McAfee will return to Ball State next month. McAfee, along with his television production company Moxie Channel, will film a pilot episode for a new talent show competition called You Got It. The winner of the competition will win a $10,000 scholarship, and McAfee says that he chose Ball State because the Ball State and Muncie crowd stood out to him last year during his I-69 show when he performed at Emmons Auditorium. Online entry for the competition is open online through November 20th.
Now back now at 8:16 with a look at science behind the weather. This week we are breaking down a phenomena that we discussed earlier called the supermoon. Now take a look at these graphics here. We do see that this will be the biggest moon in 68 years, appearing 14% larger and 30% brighter. This full moon instantly happened, and it will be around 8:24 Eastern Standard Time and will rise east around sunset and will be at the highest around midnight. What causes this phenomena is when the moon is in perigee, which perigee is when this moon is closest to the Earth. Now here in Indiana, the most likely we will be seeing this November 14th, but around November 14th in the morning hours will be the best time to see that. And it will rise east around the sunset and will be highest around midnight. Now what causes this phenomena, again, take a look at this graphic. We're seeing the moon going to be very, very large, and one of the largest supermoons we will be seeing. Now in a supermoon phenomena has occurred in October, November, and will happen again in December, but the biggest one this year will be on November 14th. Now this will not happen again until the year 2034. Check it out while you can. It'll be a very cool sight to see.
Good morning. Just a little bit of spookiness for that supermoon a little bit this morning. Time's now 8:18. Let's take a look at that local forecast. We'll jump right to radar because this paints the picture today. Look at these clear conditions, just a few high clouds hanging out with us this morning, making it for a beautiful start to your Veterans Day. Look at this live view out at the Ball State campus this morning. 43 degrees with clear skies, calm winds, but chilly conditions this morning to get the day started. And this is a very common trend all across the state of Indiana. Like we said, 43 here in Muncie. However, temperatures all across the state of Indiana still remain in the 40s. There's a little cool spot in Fort Wayne at 39 at the top of the hour. Looking at today's almanac, we do see that we did hit a low this morning of 42. However, we are on our way to a high of 53. Those records set back in 1999 are safe this morning. Let's break this down over the next couple days with precision casts. Clear conditions, a huge high pressure building across the area, allowing for those quiet conditions over the next couple days. Perfect weekend for any of those outdoor fall activities if you have anything planned. Hour by hour forward the day today. By the time 3 p.m., 50 degrees, 6 p.m., 53 with partly cloudy skies that are possible tonight, remaining pretty clear. Now, if you're headed out to the Colts game on Sunday, here's the forecast. Sunny skies with a high of 53. It's likely the roof will be open for the game as the winds are only out of the north at 6 miles per hour. Looking at your 7-day forecast, not too bad if you like the sunshine and these fall-like temperatures. By the time we get to Sunday, 53 like we said, but by the time, look at this, early next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, temperatures remain very nice and seasonable for this time of year. Just look at that Tuesday temperature, however, 56, but then by the time we get to Wednesday, 40 degrees is expected.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but things changed. Teaching didn't seem that cool anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Amazing things are happening in teaching, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Welcome back, guys. It is currently 8:22. Now switching stories, we have a new story in New Delhi, India. Now has a new title, but it's not the best one. New Delhi is now the most polluted city on earth. Smog has breaking havoc all over the city. There are 5 times the level that are considered unhealthy. The Environmental Protection Agency, CNN, reported hazardous levels top off around 500 on the air quality index, and New Delhi is currently at 999. Officials may have restricted the amount of cars that travel through the city to reduce pollution. 5,000 schools have been closed construction due to all of this.
Now something strange has washed into the shores of Siberia this week. A natural phenomena allowed giant snowballs to come ashore. According to the Siberian Times, sizes ranged from tennis balls to about a yard in diameter. Ocean waves roll the ice crystals repeatedly, making them into a spherical shape. Strong waves and winds cause these snowballs to come ashore, or sometimes you may see them floating at sea. Residents in Nida, a small village, told BBC that they have never seen anything like this. Guys, what's happening down in cooking?
Jell-O.
Yes, we are. So this is a really fun, easy recipe, guys. And
Yeah.
It's pretty fun to do. This Jell-O, it actually kind of all melted, but yeah, it's kind of melted. But
Yeah, it's
we'll
fine.
walk through the
Yeah,
steps.
we'll get through it.
So we get
So-
started, Molly,
Yes.
by you just start scooping a little bit of
Yes.
Jell-O in the cup, okay?
Yes, and to make the Jell-O, it's just like the packaged ingredients. You basically just boil 1 cup of water, add it, and then you stir in a cup of cold water, and you just refrigerate it until it sits, basically. And then once you have your Jell-O, you make these. You get this is whipped cream. You can get any type of whipped cream.
Let me see that.
Yeah, you can.
Let me see that.
Go for it.
Gotta do it.
Tanner.
Gotta do it.
I think what you do, though, Tanner,
You gotta
is
do, yes,
good
there
on
you
the
go.
side.
Oh, I just
like
put it all in.
Emerson. Yeah, do
Look
like
at this
Emerson.
cloud, guys.
Mine's gonna be
Yeah. That is
Yeah,
cloud
that's
Jell-O right
perfect.
there. Kind of.
That's
Now this
perfect.
is a fun treat for anyone to make, right?
Yes, it's perfect.
Including those college kids. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about, college kids.
Yeah.
Especially with this cold weather coming up, guys. This
Right?
cold, cloudy weather.
Yeah.
Like, this reminds you of the summer sunshine a little bit.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
it does. It's really fun too because it's really easy too, and you can just squirt it however you want.
Yeah, I made
And you
a
can make
gigantic.
it.
What's the big cloud again? Cumulonimbus.
Cumulus.
Cumulonimbus. Yes.
Cumulonimbus.
We'll go with it though, right?
Isn't that a cloud though?
Yeah, it is.
I'm pretty sure
You're
it
not
is.
wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong.
All right, well, you can find this recipe on our Facebook page. Just search Cardinal Weather. Nathan?
Today in weather history, major winter storms rolled through on this Veterans Day back in 1940. Called Armistice Day, the blizzard left 49 dead in Minnesota and caused shipwrecks in Michigan, claiming more lives. 17 inches of snow was reported in Duluth, Iowa, not Duluth, Iowa, but Iowa and Duluth, Minnesota. Towns were completely isolated by huge snowdrifts. What was rare about this storm was that there was above average temperatures just the day before. Communications and transportation was down for days during the unexpected blizzard. Jumping ahead to 1987, another Veterans Day snowstorm hit the Washington, D.C. area this time. According to the National Weather Service summary, 17 inches of snow caused major traffic issues and closed schools and airports. In the afternoon, 5 inches of snow was reported in just 3 hours. Norfolk, Virginia had the earliest measurable snow in 99 years.
All right, guys, we are now 8 past the hour with a look at your trending topics. Now, this is very interesting. How would you respond to a proposal with a crocodile in the background? This couple from Sydney, Australia, and he works as the head of reptiles at the Australian Reptile Park. And he invited her to do a live crocodile feeding. Throwing the crocodile food aside, he pulled out the ring and popped the big question.
Yeah, I think I would like my proposal with no crocodile.
Same, same. Not a fan. Not a fan.
I feel like this is something that would happen in Australia.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Like, I mean, it's just
Only in Australia,
totally
right?
Australian thing, you know?
Yeah.
100%. Well, one student found a note in his car that someone stole his Kit Kat from inside his vehicle, and looked how the company repaid him back.
Oh, wow.
They saw his tweet and filled his car with Kit Kats. The note reads, quote, "Saw a Kit Kat in your cup holder. I love Kit Kats, so I checked your door. It was unlocked. Did not take anything other than the Kit Kat. I'm sorry and hungry."
That's me.
Wow.
That is definitely something that I would do.
I would love that car full of Kit Kats, man. Eat all the chocolate.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
100%.
All right, we'll take a look at this. Some people made some pretty hefty bets during this year's World Series. This couple from Indianapolis named their son Wrigley after the Cubs won the World Series, and Katie, a former Miss America, made a bet with her husband earlier this year when she found out she was pregnant. She said, quote, "Okay, how about this? If the Cubs win the World Series, then he can be Wrigley. And if not, he's Oliver." This is all according, of course, to Wish TV. And guys, how do you think they came up with the name Oliver if he wasn't going to be Wrigley?
I don't know.
Maybe
You know,
it's just like another name they like.
Yeah, because it has nothing to do with the Cleveland Indians.
Right.
Oh, I know.
So-
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
Family name.
huh?
Maybe.
It could be a family
Yeah.
name. Yeah, you're right.
But it's
All
very, very cute. Hopefully Wrigley doesn't grow up to be a Cleveland Indians fan.
All right, well, this one, the university usually alerts us to when things happen on campus, but this time they didn't, as there was a prehistoric creature in Bracken Library last week. Take a look at this. A student in Bracken Library is dressed as a dinosaur. The caption reads, quote, "When you have a paper due at 11, but gotta be at Jurassic Park by 12. This tweet has gotten almost 3,000 likes and 1,500 retweets. I saw that on Twitter the other day, retweeted it immediately.
Yeah.
So funny.
It is hilarious, you know? Dinosaur on campus, they're not even alerting us.
I know, right? That's something that I would expect them to use the alert system for.
Who knew Indiana had Jurassic Park?
You know,
I know,
it's
right?
fine. It must be nearby. All right, well, that's a look at what's trending across the country. Now it's time to take a look at local weather.
All right, guys, let's take a look at the 7-day as we go through. Look at those temperatures on Monday. 56 will be the high, and it'll be the story for the remainder of the week.
Oh, really? Wow.
All right, guys, so that was a last look at your weather on this Friday morning. And now Thanksgiving and Christmas are coming up, and those countdowns are coming
I know,
pretty
I'm so
quickly.
excited.
Yeah.
So exciting.
So it looks
Look at
like
this.
it looks like
Thanksgiving?
13 days away for our
Wow.
Thanksgiving countdown. And then
And
for
then-
Christmas, let's take a look at that.
And from all of us here at Cardinal WX, Christmas will be around 44 days. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Cardinal_WX. Have a great Veterans Day.